Welcome, weirdos. Get used to that squeaking. This chair moves as I work. This is mostly just a test video. But did you know that YouTube doesn't like it when you cuss? And I think that that's bullshit. I also realize in this video this is going to be weird if you don't see my face. So, what the truck am I doing then? I am trying to organize to build this pedal that I don't fully want to show you at the moment. But here, we'll show the guts. Um, so the guts are a little on the complicated side. They're not that complicated, but I still need to organize it in a fashion that makes sense to me. So this thing doesn't do great close-ups, unfortunately, so we'll probably just have to stick to there. I'm going to leave it there. You can review and copy my design. Actually, if you're a pedal builder at all, I would gladly tell you about what I'm doing. I don't think I'd go into every last little detail. Half the fun is figuring it out yourself, but I would share the circuits with this. It's not magic, but I do think I've done something a little bit different than other people. This isn't a pedal that's like breaking new ground like some of the what is their name? Some of the new digital builders today are just building these insane things. But I think I've combined them in a way that I definitely don't see too often. I can't think of another one that's doing it exactly like this. That doesn't mean that they aren't. So, okay, what the hell am I trying to do? All right, I built all these little circuit boards, right? So these are all populated with all the effects. They are mostly all tested and ready to go. Now I need to deal with a bunch of wiring. I sort of put this all together, put it in a box as a mock-up. Um, Thing that actually worked really well here, I have, these are like cheap garage gym mats from Harbor Freight. And this is what I use as my workbench. I mainly started that because this whole life began more as working on guitars, and I thought this would be nice and soft. Mixed bag on that. I would still probably put something down because all these stupid little metal clippings from everything gets on here. So I would still probably have something clean. Anyway, what I did, don't know if you can see, there are several dots here, and those actually line up with my mock-up. So there we go. I was able to put all of these in place outside of the box, and then hold everything in place by poking a few holes in here. And it held everything nice and stable while I figured out all the cables. I'm still not 100% on all the lengths of my cables. Like some of them might be a little long, but I would rather be long than short. So what's next? I need to now cut at least 10 copies of these, and I want them all to be ready and labeled and understood and put in a way that makes sense. So rather than getting out each individual wire and looking at the label and trying to figure that out, I wrote it down. Let's see, same thing. Lighting sucks, bro. Oh, there we go. Actually, there we go. It's less romantic, but we're getting a little oversaturated here. Yeah, so anyway, you don't need to know what it says, but there are words there. And what I've done is make it in such a way that there are lines for the length and then notes about each wire, where it goes, what it goes to. So it's not just power wire. It is power from the foot switch to the green ringer circuit board, and then the colors that I'm using for the wire. So I can just sort of go right down this list, pull from my trusty box of wire, and make bundles of everything. And then I can set this in front of me and I have a reference for, oh crap, what was that? I don't have to put, so while I was making these, I put little tags on them of what they are. I don't have to put a bunch of tags on everything because I have length and color reference. So as I'm going along and I grab one of the mini yellow and white bundles that I have, which, by the way, let me actually grab all these. So these are, I twist my wires up. I grab one of the mini yellow and white bundles. I can reference it here based on length and figure out what goes to what. So that all sounds really neat and organized, doesn't it? I've never done this before. I've never sat down and made 10 petals like this and this complicated. That's also why I'm trying to be slow and figure out what works, because even as I had this in front of me, this petal works. It's all good. Um, Trying to figure out what wire actually went to what, how to route it best, and do it. It actually took a long time to get this full bundle of wire in a way that was good and good for production. I want to sell this to you. And while this is functional, it's not pretty. There's lots of wires in places I'm not totally happy with. And even like there are things that I sort of like didn't work and I had to splice them. And so there's some different colors. Anyway, don't want to do that. Maybe we'll auction this fella off as a prototype at some point or do a giveaway. So that way I don't feel so bad if I take your hard-earned money. Also, there's way too much hot glue on that, and I want to remedy that as well. So yeah, first step in trying to be organized. All circuit boards are done. Wiring is not done, but we've made huge gains, and it shouldn't take me too long to have 10 bundles of wire for each pedal. Then next step is going through and catching all the things I've missed. Like these are black light, UV, LEDs, and they're sort of in this weird antenna gloppy glue harness, and I'm not happy with that either. That needs to be done better. So that's a thing to solve before final production. Anyway, that's some secret sauce of me just making it up as I go along and keeping notes. Because my hope is that you all love this pedal as much as I do. I really, really enjoy it. Every time I play it, I'm super stoked on it. I just like, it's one of those things where like my wife even told me to like shut up, stop playing. It's 10 o'clock at night, but I just was like so into it, and it was inspiring, right? That's the sign of, to me, good gear is something that inspires you to play more. So I hope you like watching me talk with my hands and not seeing my face. I think I should put subtitles in this. Um, my ADHD is going to make me fix this pedal real quick, because in screwing with it, I totally knocked, look at my big fat head, totally knocked the power wire loose. And I like to take care of things while I can, because otherwise I will forget, and then I'll go to test this pedal again and be like, ooh, why doesn't it work? All right, guys, stoked on this. I thought I would be done with this pedal release in March, and it is August as of shooting this video. I hope you like my ramblings. I want to do more of these videos. If you like my rambling and my talking through my crazy process of building things, leave a like, comment, subscribe. If you hate it and you hope I never post another one ever again, or you love my pretty face and you would like to see more of it, also comment. No thumbs down, though. That's just mean. No, that's not true. If I suck, I deserve it. Anyway, thanks for watching.